This is an unpolished video, but it's true. I do thought about giving up YouTube. As a small content creator, YouTube has a lot of videos on it, and not everyone is going to get to that point, honestly. And to be honest, what does it mean to get to that point at all, right? I see time and time again people chase for success and money thinking that it will make them happy. It's a classic example is YouTuber, they express their suffering on YouTube. They feel that even with all these things, fancy cars and houses, they're still not happy at all. And it does make me think of myself. Now I'm not even at that point yet, not even at 1,000 subscriber or whatever. But here I am already suffering at the present moment most of the time because of this so-called perfect future that I imagine to create. If I work hard right now, then I get the chance to be successful and I can make money, I can, live on my own. I can prove my worth that I have the capability to survive on my own. And that has led to more suffering than ever. I'm just thinking, and I just have this feeling maybe YouTube is just not my thing, you know. Or maybe in a different way, we can say that maybe my content is not suitable for wide YouTube audience, right? Because I'm not commonly watching content like mine as well, the way it talks about philosophy and emotional stuff. I do watch them, but very selective, which makes it which makes sense also because the content creator that inspired me in comparison with many YouTubers, they aren't like super successful with 1 million or 10 million subs, right? And their video also is not like on average 1 million. So it's very easy to just get caught up with this racing. I'm not gonna say rat race because I feel like in a way it could be dehumanizing in a way. But anyway, it's just how I think. But all in all, I do think about why I create YouTube to begin with. It makes me reflect. Because the first time I upload YouTube, it was 2 years ago. I made this video saying that I want to overcome my fear. I want to share my wisdom. I think that's what I said. But even if I'm thinking right now, regardless of this growing my channel, I still have the same idea is that I want to share my insight. I wish to help people, whether it's young or old, man or woman, whoever it is that watch the videos. Because I've watched so many content creators, their video really helps me in my life. Their philosophy, they sharing about their vulnerability, and it's not something easy. And I really respect that when people can choose to open up to public. So I'm doing the same thing as well. And honestly, sometimes watching my old video, I don't even feel that good. Maybe because I didn't edit it much, but I also didn't enjoy editing because of the software very laggy, and then because it's taking a long time, and then I forced myself to manually type subtitle and all that stuff. So definitely feel like it's taking more time than I try to create videos. I love recording. I love sharing myself. Just like this. Put a camera, not care about the background noise, anything. It's freeing. It's calming. And when I try to make things that is polished, let's say a gameplay or a philosophy video, it's stressful because I need to avoid like motor sound, the kids crying, the stomping the ground, and prayers, and then maybe my family suddenly came back to home, then I need to off the fan to reduce the noise, all these things. And it's honestly very discouraging because especially how it's been many years that I tie my self-worth towards success and money. I just feel like I'm nothing without them, you know. I'm nobody. If I can't do all these things, I'm just doomed to failure. I will always be a failure and not deserve of love and care or to be valued. And when I see my friend who is inspired by me, he says he start YouTube channel as well, and he's doing so well. In 1 or 2 months, he already gained 900 subs with a few thousand views almost every video. And honestly, even if I feel happy for him, parts of me I feel this, I guess, jealousy, but mostly I just feel depressed about myself. Like, why is it not fair, right? Why did I put as much effort and it's just not working? And there is just so much emotion as well: anger, frustration, disappointment, depression, all these things. And I feel like I'm at a point where it does feel like suffering never ends. Like, right? Like I've been suffering with anxiety, with depression, and with stress for over the years. And it's been amplified since 2020, something like that. Because I've always been worrying about adulthood, right? I've been thinking my whole life what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm finally here, stepping into this society, and I did not enjoy my 3D career, and that's hard to find anymore that is close by. You have to fucking travel to KL, which is very far just to find a fucking job that is that doesn't pay you much anyway and want you to OT that is supposed to be a norm. And it's just so far it's been lost, you know. Just this very strong uncertain feeling. But I didn't give up. I'm still here, I'm still healing, and I think that's the difference. Even if I suffer as much as now, I am still healing. And sorry, even if I suffer as much as now, the difference is I am aware and I am healing. So compassion, I hear they say it's an antidote. And maybe that is kind of true because maybe compassion is about letting go all the logic and perfection. You will never be perfect. And if you are perfect, everyone will be perfect. Then the standard chart bar, the minimum will just be raised, right? Back then you will need 50 marks to be acceptable, and then if everyone can get 50, then now it will be pushed to 75. So it's just this endless comparison and competition. And that maybe that's also explain why nowadays, even with technology advancement, we don't have to walk just to buy food. We can just delivery. We have cars and all that. We have Netflix. We have phone to play games. And yet mental health crisis is just rising more and more people open up. And I think that's actually good, you know, because I don't know how people back then lived like that. See, there we go again. God damn. Yeah, and I refused to buy a mic also. So there is more and more problem, which is why parts of me I do feel like I need to talk about this topic, even if not much people watch. And yes, I'm not the most entertaining person, not the most great at expressing or editing my video. I do have a lot of thoughts and I do have a lot of wisdom. Even if I'm just 24, I don't care about my age. I feel like wisdom comes from reflection and knowledge and action and experience. And but I just, part of me couldn't help to feel lost. And that's okay, actually. You don't have to try to logic problem solving, maybe both can exist at the same time. And maybe that's the channel idea, Grey Life. Grey Life, it means to embrace both black and white. No Kung Fu Panda Po, no one believe him because he is fat and he's just a lazy panda. But I really love this idea that they choose panda because black and white is also symbolize yin yang like this. And Grey Life is the combination of yin yang. It blends well, it's balanced. And I don't think I'm doing that yet. But I feel like I'm already on this journey of balancing. The fact that I can acknowledge my emotions more and more without pushing it away, I feel like it's such a big growth. And as far as this channel been 2 years and nothing grows much with views and subs, I still didn't give up. I'm the one that is growing. And I'm only putting this everything that I know and to share it. I don't know where I'm at actually. I don't use script. I don't have the greatest lighting. I have poor camera quality. Sometimes it's just like suddenly bright and suddenly not bright. I don't have a mic, and you're just gonna have to hear a lot of background noise, which I fucking hate it. Especially, I am easily sensitive towards my five sense, and it's just a lot of anxiety to prevent all these things from happening, but it's not even in my control. I mean, fucking 3 a.m. you can still hear motors speeding outside. It's crazy. But at the end, I just want to say I don't want to give up on YouTube just because this platform may not be the best platform for me for this type of content, or for personality like me to be considered successful, defined by the statistic. Yeah, doesn't mean it defines my worth. Yeah, I could be a shitty YouTuber, but I am still me at the end of the day, and I just don't want to give up. At the same time, I also don't want to force myself to keep making content. I always share things with people, but how often do I just keep things to myself a little bit? I'm not saying sharing is bad, alright, but when I overly share, it does feel like there is no privacy, there is no space to just share with me. Immediately everything is just export out, and I don't really have this much chance to marinate things within me. And yeah, I don't know if it's a sign of loneliness because I feel the need to share everything, good or bad, happy or sad, with others. But I definitely feel like all these things with awareness and healing really helps me to understand myself more, and vice versa. So I don't know how everything will go at the end. I don't think, honestly, working hard doesn't equal to success, really. Especially if you put your focus into the wrong thing. I mean, the unsuitable thing, right? If I keep focusing on the views and subs, of course I'm always gonna be a failure. But truth is, look at how much I've grown. I remember the day when I post video, it was so much anxiety. I was like panicking. But now look at me, I'm just chilling, I'm just calm and express however I want. Except if I want things to be polished and perfect, like the sound outside, right? And I also notice self-love. It's there. It's more than before. I didn't even know what the fuck is self-love before. And I noticed I am more confident in my own skill. Yeah, I might not be good at driving, or might not be good at making good at sports, but I do see my skill in art, and my capability in teaching students, like, and my ability to express myself. Yes, I don't speak precisely because I have a lot of thoughts, and I just find it hard to go directly because I know things are in black and white. And so I stutter a lot, and then I just kind of add a lot of example, going back and forth here and there, and maybe that's why also it's not very appealing and it's not very engaging to watch, because as you listen you kind of just get lost and with what the fuck am I sharing about, right? But here I am accepting myself, which is the hardest because I see myself so many flaws in every action that I do, in every word I speak. There is just so many flaws, and it sucks because so much for so long I wish to be this perfect version, but it comes to a point that I feel like I could never be, and it hurts, but it's also healing because it means that no matter how shit I am, no matter how failure I am, I might be living on a village instead of a rich city. I might be living in a small house instead of a mansion. But at the end, all I need to know is I am here with myself until the end of time, until I depart this world. And so yes, I will keep creating. Doesn't matter how, if people, wait, I can't guarantee actually. I mean, I will create, and I won't give up just because I don't get views, right? But who knows, maybe at some point I shift to something else, right? So yeah, basically my point is just I won't give up because it's less views, right? Yeah, I feel like I'm a contradiction right now, but anyway, if you're still watching, just know that I am grateful. I'm grateful, and I'm most grateful is me myself, because I'm still here.